Fool Us last week started out with the shocker.
That's right. And I said, when we talked about Piff, I said there are two acts that just blew the doors off the place like it was Madison Square Garden. This was the other act I was talking about. The shocker just destroyed, literally destroyed, and as figuratively destroyed. But yeah, so if you didn't see the show, you got to check it out. He was on the show before. He's a magician who's a wrestling character, and this time he started to do some magic jokes, and the curtain comes up, and a very famous magic trick is a rope trick called Professor's Nightmare, and opens up the curtain, and there, lo and behold, is a wrestler called Professor Nightmare. And it was this incredible. I believe he is an instructor at a pro wrestling school.
Yeah.
And he just takes the shocker and runs him through a match. And they hired their own ring announcer guy in it. So those ring announcer guys are narrating the whole thing. And one of the things that I love for real true entertainers that come on the show is they plan for every moment. And the shocker planned from beginning to end, you know. And he had a moment where you guys busted his trick, and Professor Nightmare was lying. They do a whole wrestling match, and all the moves are predicted on the belt.
Yeah, it was really good trick.
Really good trick. And then the Professor Nightmare is lying down wrestling style, like wiggling his leg every so often, and just doing a kind of like a zombie-like thing. And you guys bust him, and Professor Nightmare stops the shocker from trying to steal a trophy and knocks him out, and then delivers the belt to you guys.
Yeah.
That was one of the most incredible, fun acts. It was a giant wrestling ring. They did real wrestling moves. And that both the shocker and the guy who played Professor Nightmare were very compelling. I mean, my kids were very scared by Professor Nightmare when we watched together. It was something else. But it was a really, really well done, well performed piece of television from beginning to end. So good,
really good. And he came just a hair's breadth from winning.
Yeah, and that's that.
As a matter of fact, one little thing different, tiny thing different, he would have won.
Yeah,
one tiny thing different, and. We were not sure, but I had a guess, and we went with that, and it was right.
That's it, right? And so I think there's even scuttlebutt back in the truck about it, about whether what counts as a fool and not, And the only thing I said in that conversation was, there are other times where magicians have performed stuff, and you and Teller have said, you got lucky on that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right. And if you did your big wrestling bust.
Yeah.
But I think if you were doing a regular bust, you might have said something like that. And I think that's where that would.
I did it in kind.
Yes.
And because of doing it in kind, I didn't do quite the academic bust I would have done otherwise.
Right. And I think that was the thing that I thought people were missing. But yeah, it was a nice, because of that, it was a very nicely performed impossible prediction.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful, people are being so ambitious. I mean, Fool Us is, this season is the best.
Yeah.
And we've been around for a really, really long time. This is season 9. So people really know the show and buy into it and are able to do good stuff with it. And the Shockers are just a great guy.
Oh yes.
Have you hung with him at all?
I have actually. We had him play Scoop Fest. We had him play
really?
Scoop Fest in our variety show a few years back, whatever. But Greg, his real name, Greg, is a very cool guy. He runs different magic variety shows around town all the time, and yeah, he's well liked and well connected magician in town.
And the guy who played Professor Nightmare was really sweet.
That guy, yeah, no, he was so good. It's like dripping in makeup and blood and stuff. It was great.
It's great.
It was really, really funny. He just took his time. Each dialogue was so patient. That's what made him so creepy.
Yeah.
He was in no rush. It was really nice. He had a full ring in there. It made all the big slams and everything.
And sounded amazing.
Jumped off the ropes. I mean, it was really incredible. It's a really incredible piece of television.
And also, for a trick,
yeah,
it was really the way you should do a trick. It wasn't like I've got, 3 pieces of paper with different things printed on them.
Yeah.
It was yell out something now.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And then you're yelling those things without knowing it's going to pay off in a prediction. That's also the nice thing about it.
Right. Really.
You're just watching a wrestling match.
Yeah.
It was really nice.